Hello and welcome to the Every Brain is Different podcast. My name is Samantha Foote and I am here with your Friday Five. Today we're going to be talking about celebrating neurodiversity. And celebrating neurodiversity isn't about just being aware of differences, it's about embracing them, accepting them, and creating a more inclusive world for everyone. The first thing I want to do is define neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is the idea that there are natural differences in the way people think, learn, and experience the world. Neurodivergent individuals, like those with autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and other diagnoses, process information in ways that are unique to them. So we have neurodiversity, neurodivergent thinkers, and neurotypical is what we think of as typical, like the mainstream thinking, and neurodivergent is just a different way of thinking. So here's the most important part though. Neurodiversity isn't a problem to be solved or a deficit to be fixed. It's a fundamental part of human diversity, like biodiversity in nature. Instead of focusing on what we consider wrong, we recognize that brains can be wired differently, and that's not only okay, it's valuable. And in therapy, we often focus on things to improve. It's not focusing on deficits, though, it's focusing on helping the person be as independent as they can be and supporting them where they need it. The next thing I want to talk about is what celebration means and why it matters. It shifts our mindset from trying to fit everyone into the same mold to recognizing and appreciating the beauty of difference. So, for example, children often struggle in school due to sensory sensitivities. Once we stop seeing their sensory needs as something to fix, and start celebrating them as part of who they are, everything can change. They feel seen, they feel proud, and they start to thrive. So this is like when we had the music teacher on Bryce, his name was Bryce, on the podcast, and he had fidgets and sensory headphones, like noise canceling headphones for all students in his class. And he said, if anyone needs these, you can use them. And that is a great way to celebrate neurodiversity. That you can say, hey, I recognize that some people are different and we're going to offer these things to everyone who needs them. And he's not singling anyone out. He's just saying everyone can use these. And so it's great for inclusion. And that's what celebration can do. It validates people's experiences and creates space for them to shine. So here are some ways that you can celebrate neurodiversity in your own community. The first thing to do is listen and learn. Seek out neurodivergent voices, read books, listen to podcasts, and watch content created by neurodivergent people themselves. Let them tell their stories. And the second thing is to create inclusive spaces. Think about how you can make your environments more welcoming, like offering sensory-friendly lighting or quiet spaces, or just being open to adapting things to different needs. If someone says, hey, I need this accommodation, be open to that. This also includes respecting it when neurodivergent people say they don't want to do something. For example, if they say they don't want a hug, a high five, or any other physical contact, don't make them do it. Just respect their request. Another example is if someone is very literal and doesn't understand sarcasm, don't consistently use sarcasm and then laugh when they don't get it or laugh when they ask questions. They are just doing their best. And then the third is to challenge stereotypes. When you hear someone make a joke at the expense of neurodivergent people or spread misinformation, speak up. It may seem small, but it makes a huge difference. And then finally, embrace individual strengths. Everyone has unique gifts, whether they're neurodivergent or neurotypical. And some neurodivergent gifts might be hyperfocus, creativity, pattern recognition, or empathy. And you can celebrate these strengths and create opportunities for them to shine. And celebrating neurodiversity isn't a one-time thing. It's a mindset shift. It's about recognizing that everyone's brain works in its own way, and that's worth honoring. When we celebrate neurodiversity, we create communities where everyone can belong and where everyone is valued and included. So thanks for listening today. If you have more questions about celebrating neurodiversity, we talk all about that in our neurodivergent parenting community. You can go to everybrainisdifferent.com to find more information about that, and I hope you all have a great week.